Hey, it's your boy, the Bitcoin Nurse, back at you again. Just wanted to throw you a new video about how to just add a simple, efficient, cheap upgrade to your BITAXE Gamma. As you can see here, we have a BITAXE Gamma by Powermining.io that they've supplied us. And then we also have a little thing of copper heat sinks. You can get these on Amazon that I'm showing here. Also a number of different mining Bitcoin miner websites also, I believe, sell these as well. So just gonna go ahead and show you what we're doing here. So we're working with the BITAXE Gamma, as you can see. Really nice device that they sent us. Got a small upgrade with the Noctua 5-volt 20 mil fan. Got the Bitcoin logo. It's bringing us some extra luck, of course. And the really nice 3D printed stand by Powermining.io. They really do make quality products, really nice. This is really where you want to be. You can use my discount code, TheBitcoinNurse, for 10% off. I'll also leave a link in the description where you can get one of these and get into the Bitcoin mining game and get your chance at winning a little over 3 Bitcoins, almost $300,000 USD today. So, but the only way you can get that is by actually running one of these little miners as you see here. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is take this off the stand, set this aside. This just has standoffs up here in the corners, no screws. So this easily just kind of snaps out. As you can see, nice 3D printed case. And then here we actually have the miner. Let me go ahead and get a mat. Make this a little bit easier to work with. Really simple upgrade that anyone can do. This only takes a few minutes. We're gonna try to make this a quick video. We've all got things going on. Don't wanna waste your time. So essentially what we're doing here is we're gonna add a heat sink, a copper heat sink, right where you can see these coils here. And that's right onto the back of the board. So this is your voltage regulator for the board, and we want to keep this nice and cool. I'm going to go ahead and throw up a picture of current temperatures we've been getting with this device, and then we will go ahead and also make another video after we install the heat sinks and then run a temperature test and see where we're at. So we're going to add a copper heat sink right here. And we're also going to add one right here. And then right here is the back of the ASIC chip, which actually does the hashing of the Bitcoin difficulty, actually doing the work. There's mixed reviews about putting a heat sink right here. I do have one on another BITAXE that I'm running with good results, although that does have a rear fan. This does not. So I'm gonna go ahead and put one on here. We're gonna give it a shot. If it heats up, if it increases my temperatures on the ASIC, I'll know that this is being an adverse effect versus helping us on this situation. So let's go ahead and get started getting these applied. So like I said, 8-piece copper cooling heat sinks. You can get these on Amazon. They're not very expensive, maybe $10, I think. I had bought a couple different ones, and then I also bought some additional large size. I was working on some different projects. So we don't need a super large one for the front. Let's go ahead and move that out of the way. And essentially what we're just trying to cover up is this area right here. This is where the heat is. If you watch YouTube videos that are showing, temperature, views of this is essentially right where you're getting a lot of heat. So we want to apply this right there. These have adhesive backing. And the tape that's underneath here helps dissipate heat along with the actual heat sink. So get yourself a pair of tweezers. You can go ahead and peel a corner off there, makes it easy. Tweezers, go ahead and get you a corner. Heat sink, boom. just going to apply. Just like that. It's going to aid in heat dissipation off the board, reducing VR temps, which are currently, since I'm running max factory 625 megahertz, I believe, on the ASIC, and then I have voltage regulation at 1200, I believe, 1.2 volts, if I'm not mistaken. And it's running about 71 degrees, I think is what we just had up here on the screen. So it's a little too warm, where most of my other miners are right around 50 degrees on the voltage regulator. So these do make a big difference. Next stop is we're gonna apply one right here. Go ahead and get another one out. Then you can test fit before you pull the tape off if one's too big or too small. You don't want to have excessive, see, that might be a little too big. It can be a little tedious, so just take your time. No need to rush. We're just doing a little test fit in here. I think that's where we want to be. Yeah, because if we go any smaller than that, maybe a little too small. It's pretty close, pretty close. Yeah, we'll go ahead and go with that size. Get this peeled off the back. Real simple. I don't know what the metric size is on this heat sink. I know I've been asked in the comments before. I would say it's about 1/8 of an inch. Like I said, I don't know the actual centimeters on it. You can look on Amazon though for the details on the heat sink description. And there we go. Light pressure with your finger, just a very simple, not too much. Just want to make sure you got a good lock on there. A little wiggle, just to kind of lock that tape on, be gentle. Boom. Real simple. See? Aiding in heat dissipation. And we're going to go ahead and get one more to put onto the back of the ASIC and give that a shot. We'll try a little larger one here. Might need to go with similar size what we had. Looks pretty good, but I'm tempted to go with This one. Yeah. We're gonna go with that one. It's about a 1/2 inch in width on this one. I don't know about y'all, I mean, I'm a dude, I don't really have fingernails, so that's why, you know, using the tweezers also helps get this off. But sometimes these adhesive backings can be a little bit of a pain in the butt, just from the manufacturer of these things, you know. They're all value made. We'll leave it, we'll be nice and not say the word cheap. Go ahead and get this applied. We're just going to try to place it directly over right where the where that light is right there. That's where we want to be. Okay. Ain't got to be perfect, but just like that. Oh. You know, something about that one I just don't like. And of course, that's my last one of that size. Let me see. Let me see if I can get this to reapply. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just bypass that. I don't like it. If you don't like it, if you don't have a good feeling about it, just don't use it. Let's get another one. I think that one's maybe was a little bit too big, honestly. I might have just been trying to push it. So what we can actually do is we'll make our own size. We'll go ahead and place one directly here, which puts it directly over the back of the ASIC. As you can see. And then we can kind of just go from there. If we needed to, we could potentially add another one of these. Or even a smaller one. As you can see, maybe like that. But I don't think that's going to be necessary. So we're just going to go ahead and leave it at that. So one right here on the rear of the ASIC, back of the voltage regulator. Everything's nice and snug. Double checked everything. Looking good, looking good. Alrighty, I think that's gonna do us. Let's go ahead and get this pot back into the case. Now, this is not required to do these upgrades, you know, upgrading the fan or putting these copper heat sinks. You know, if you want to maximize your performance, if you're doing some overclocking like I am, really just trying to press it to its absolute limits, having a few extra upgrades, you know, I think this was $20, heat sinks are a few dollars, you know, very simple upgrades that can give you increased performance. Now, as you can see with the factory design of the case, it does not impede, you know, those heat sinks at all that we've added. There's no touching or anything like that. There's good airflow there. So that just kind of helps with heat dissipation, like I was saying. But we will get this fired back up and we will see what the performance is. And I will make another video showing those temperature variations with the copper heat sinks installed on the Powermining IO BITAXE Gamma 601. use my coupon code, TheBitcoinNurse, 10% off. Use the link in the description. I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving if you're here in the United States. And everybody be safe and have a happy holiday. Bitcoin Nurse, back at you again. Peace.